Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus Gaming Series Division C East. We are here with two brand new teams in Division C East. We have got Gall Rescue Rangers in the blue, with a Li Ming played by Frank, Saber Moon on Brightwing, Emski playing Sonya, Tazek with May, and fading Chishi. I got fading on the Zagara. Easy here that way. To the right-hand side on Hard Stuck Support Group, Random Engineer on the Joanna, Smack Loud on Zool, Sly on Rhaegar, Dawn to play Chromie, and Omar on Zool Jin. There's your level 1s at the bottom of the screen. We have a Headhunter Zool Jin. If you'd like to get your gambles in, you got 2 minutes to do so. How many stacks will Zool Jin have by the end of the game? He's going to go into Headhunter, so it does not give him extra scaling like Recklessness does, but he does get 1.1 range increase when he finishes this out, as well as 10% total increased damage. He gets 2% per stack. Get your gambles in. Will a Headhunter Zool Jin get 200 or more stacks, 199 or less, by the end of Towers of Doom, map number 1? Zool Jin is chasing things down. He's already got 15 or so stacks on that baseline. Speaking of Zool types, this will be Zool in top lane. He's going to be getting quick clear onto 2 waves, as his allies were still in the mid, so they were able to catch a bit of soak for him. Zagara Bile Drop at 1, or Corpse Feeders at level 1, so it's fairly common to see the Bile Drop upgrade at level 7. We got 5,000 to 1,000 roughly on our Twitch gamble. I love to see it, chat. Nicely done. As a reminder, I hope you're having a great day. Hope you're enjoying the stream. If you're enjoying here on Twitch, be sure to follow the stream. If you'd like to support further, it's always very much appreciated. If you're watching over on YouTube, which we have been putting all these VODs up on YouTube, there's a video that goes up every day on the channel. So we don't overwhelm you with too many videos in one day. Also, YouTube only likes it when you do one video, I find. But either way, if you'd like to like and subscribe on YouTube, that's always helpful as well. Can bolster the video stats as well as, you know, gain more subscribers, which helps us grow the channel, and we can eventually monetize the YouTube channel. And that means more food for Bandit. Don't you want more food for Bandit? I do. Either way. Time troubles for Chromie at level 4, level 2, however you want to call it. Minus 15 armor to enemies, plus 30 armor to allies. Every pizza's a personal pizza if you try hard enough. Yes. Speaking of pizza, that's what I'm getting for dinner tonight. I am very excited. I currently have my family visiting, so they're out doing a hike today. And when they come back, we'll go get some pizza and stuff. But until then, I'll be doing casting and such with all of you. You mean treats though, right? I mean, when we can afford food, we buy treats, yeah. When we've got more than enough to afford food, we can buy excess treats. I also have a lot of treats that were donated by viewers and stuff like that, so we have a decent amount. There's actually these hip and joint, like, jerky sort of things that I found that Bandit really likes, so I need to buy more of those, but of course they're expensive. Because everything's expensive. Everything's too goddamn expensive. Top left and right will be traded out by our solo laners. We're going to have them both rotate down towards the center point here. Zagara going to Bile Drop more Corpse Feeders. Omar trying to back away. The spear from Sonya not connecting. Random Engineer has to pop the Iron Skin and try and back away. Needs to get out of here. May looking to chase things down. Omar so very low. Just no kills on either side. It's still... Oh, no. Zool Jin's going to get picked off, and First Blood will go over to the side of Gall Rescue Rangers. Oh yeah, I should add new treats to the wish list. That's a smart idea, Gatto. I need to make a note of that on a sticky note to do that after stream today while I upload videos to YouTube. By the way, I've made it halfway through the Annihilation book. Man, it's so good. It's so good compared to the movie. Like, I keep reading things in the book and I'm like, oh, that would have been better if they did that. But I know books don't translate as well. Like, it's not like you can't just take a book and make it a script. Though sometimes in my mind, I'm like, why don't they just do that? Like, something that's really good is already there. You just gotta augment a couple things. Like, oh, there's not enough detail on this page. All right, let's add detail to the scene. Or like, I don't know, man. The book is so good, and I'm really glad I've been reading it. Your wife loved that book. I bought the trilogy, Bob Lobster Gaming. Chad, I do know that it's Bob Lobster Gaming, but Bob Lobster Gaming sounds way funnier in my head. I bought the trilogy, and I was actually talking to my buddy about this, and he actually read the first 2 books because there's 3 in a trilogy. Big surprise. He said the first 2 books are really good, so I'm excited to get into the second one. I'm already halfway through the first. It's a shorter book. It's like 200 pages. But I've just been reading so much of it because it's hard to put down, which is a good thing. The director himself read the book and didn't work on the script for 6 months, so he didn't just copy the book exactly. Interesting choice. Because, yeah, like, it definitely... I get the vibe... I get the same vibe as, like, when Paul W.S. Anderson made the Resident Evil movies. Because the lore that I heard is that Paul W.S. Anderson, like, played or saw, like, a little bit of a Resident Evil game, like a short part of a Resident Evil game, and then based his entire thing off of that. And that's why there's like the Alice and stuff like that, because I had another streamer say this perfectly. When movies are so far from the game, like Resident Evil, for example, the people that are making those movies don't actually like Resident Evil. Does that make sense? Like, they don't like what Resident Evil is, so they have to try and create their own universe. But, like, the Resident Evil universe is already fantastic. There's so much deep lore and stuff that you can pull from. It's just so disappointing. And it's sad that no one went and saw the Welcome to Raccoon City movie. Like, that movie did not do very well, but it was really good. Like, I loved that movie. I rewatch it every 6 months at this point. The series is called the Southern Reach Trilogy. Yes, yes. Sorry if someone was asking a question about that. I missed it because I was going on a tangent about it, Resident Evil again. Level 10s are here, and the tangents are heavy. Zul'jin has got 15 stacks out of his 30 for the baseline. You can multiply that by 15, or by that 15 by 5. As Chromie will fall, an avalanche to try and push someone away. It just does not connect. And it seems like the Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers are just a little too much for a hard stuck support group at map number 1 right now. Yeah, but the series is the Southern Reach Trilogy, and you can buy the box set for, like, I think it was like $30 on Amazon. Maybe a little bit more than that. I had a little bit of a discount from, you know when you do orders and you get, like, digital discounts for, like, delaying out your order? I had, like, a couple bucks off for that. Anyways. Highly recommend it. If you like creepy, slow-burning horror. At least that's what it seems like. I don't know how... I'm halfway. Can't tell you how it actually is going to go. Devouring Maw, Tostingo. Chromie Timeout. Okay, Wave of Force, Falling Sword. Alright. Double Objective Phase coming up on the top left and right. These are typically just traded by the solo laners. Sometimes we see a team who's a little bit ahead, be aggressive and go for both sides. But as you can see right here, the rotations... Oh, actually, hold on. Tazik's rotation is screaming to me that they're going to be trying to get a delay. And yes, one Snowblind will get a delay. Zul respects and backs away. Random Engineer trying to get a bit of a flank right now. Omar continuing the prep. Big, humongous leap from Sonya. And they just can't get a kill. What happened? The healing from Rhaegar way too good, and it's Sonya the one to fall. Random Engineer shall be traded. Smack Cloud getting smacked. Zagara goes down. Zul'jin's trying to chase in, but hey, Omar's got to be happy because he's got 4% additional damage from that Headhunter. Headhunter is additive as the talent goes on, or it's additive scaling. There's probably a better way to phrase that. It's unlike the goodest comparison I can make. I sound like our ex-president. The goodest comparison I can make is that Tychus with Master Assassin gets the bonus attack speed, the bonus 10% after he finishes the 15 kills, whereas Zul'jin gets his 2% per kill actively. Wow, indeed. Thank you. I emerged from lurking. How did we get here? I started stream 3 hours and 37 seconds ago. And I've been doing casting all day. We've been having a little bit of a chiller day casting, trying to slow down. Today's casting has been... Gato actually said it perfectly. She was like, "Oh, this is like a nice cozy NPR cast." Been trying to slow down a little bit with my casting. I don't think I'm like super hyperactive, but I feel like I could slow down just a little bit. And just not talk for 8. No, I'm just kidding. That's one of the things that we're practicing lately. Choosing a bit better words and just trying to slow down just ever so little. Well, our next objective phase will be a singular objective in the bottom of the map. Zul continuing the double soak up against the Sonya. Sonya, it's pretty standard build across the board. No Poison Spear at level 7, but I mean, I can't blame them. I can't blame the Battle Rage. Activate to instantly restore 10% of Sonya's maximum health. Stores 2 charges, and you're able to use it during Whirlwind. The big thing is Sonya deals 25% more damage to mercenaries as well, so grabbing those camps will be easier for her. Temporal Loop onto Frank, and he is... Frank? I guess Frank can be a she too. Frank's fine. Frank's A-okay. Got a nice phase shift from Saber Moon. Random Engineer is going to have to try and back away. Throws the Condemn down. Tazik, the Mei, is doing their best to try and poke here and there. The Zagara will fall on the left-hand side of our screen to the Chromie. It looks like Zagara is going to have a beach day. And we are just waiting for the contest of the channel. Zagara down for 18 more seconds, but it looks like Hard Stuck Support Group opted for a little well tap first. Zul'jin lands the cleave into Tazik, gets the phase shift from Brightwing, pops the cryo freeze as well. Still no channel on the objective, still considering it for a second, but just wants to keep these chain heals active for the allies. No level 4 totem, it's the Earth Living Enchantment. There is a Blizzard dropped by Mei, and she will fall. That's the 3rd stack for Zul'jin. He's got 6% increased damage. And now Saber Moon shall fall. That's the 4th stack. Now, who's gotta die? Li Ming. Li Ming is the target. Li Ming is the apple of Zul'jin's eye, and he's currently at 28 stacks, so he's just under 150. And this bottom lane bell tower shall be transferred over to the side of Hard Stuck Support Group. It looks like the payment has gone through, and they will be picking up a 5th. They'll be picking up a little cabin here on the enemy side of the map.
Use it well.
All right, our next objective phase will be triple objective phase, top left and right, as well as the bottom location on the map. Rhaegar to Hearth out and grab more mana, as well as fill up that health bar. Focusing on a couple things. Yeah, it's just I'm trying to choose my words a little bit better. I feel like I try and talk about too many things during some of these games. And I know we get tangent heavy, but still. Just trying to always be a better caster. By the way, we have the No Knowledge cast coming up at the end of the month. I've talked to Miss Bowers. We're going to be doing Hearthstone Standard. I know Hearthstone Battlegrounds, like, okay-ish. I don't know, like, anything really for Hearthstone Standard. So I talked to Miss Bowers, and she is going to be doing, she's going to be versing viewers. So if you want to come play Standard up against Miss Bowers, I'll be casting it, and that'll be towards the end of September. It'll be, I think we have it tentatively for the 29th. Temporal Loop onto Fading. No kill into the Zagara. That's a very low Mei to fall once again, but Zul'jin wants those kills into the Li Ming, and you can even see Omar focusing those autos onto her. Next objective phase is up, and it's looking like it's going to be a 10-3 trade favoring the side of Hard Stuck Support Group. What was looking like a rough start for our red team has been shifting drastically, and we're going to see a 18 to 17 core HP, a 1 HP difference, as the Ravenlord is still ever so slightly ahead on this map. I started reading a book called The One Thing, and it's an interesting premise. The whole premise is answering the question, what is the one thing I can do? Everything else will be easier and unnecessary. Winning the lottery. I think the answer to that is just winning the lottery. Zul'jin is finished out of stacking. He's got 6.6 range. If he can take down the Li Ming, he'll have the 7.7 range, but Li Ming playing safe and full HP currently. No temporal loop available for 24 seconds. Zul was considering joining in. He's got his Poison Nova. Honestly, this is one of those maps where I feel like I would like to see Zul focus in on Skeletal Mages at level 10, because you can use the Skeletal Mages to tank tower shots and you can siege with it. But of course, I mean, if you want to drop a Poison Nova in a team fight, hell, go for it. Temporal Loop is 1 second away. Frank is gonna play from a safer distance. Next objective phase is Singular in the center of the map. Sonya getting rooted. She doesn't have... Does she go Whirlwind? No, she went Slam, right. So she doesn't have the Hurricane for the unrooting. Omar works on a camp on the right-hand side. Mei is going to show for a second. Actually get a little bit of a bigger zoom out right now and drop our talents for the time being. Altar spawning in 10 seconds on the right-hand side of our screen, as I had mentioned beforehand. Mei comes in, a lot of damage being thrown on top of Omar, but it's from the ally side just to kind of zone back the enemy. Random Engineer doubles back with the Falling Sword and does manage to get themselves a beautiful avalanche. The Ancestral comes through just in time onto Dawn. And now Zul'jin is trying to mop up the fight. Mei falls. Frank still being... Oh no, Faded is going to fall as well, and it's a lone Li Ming to make it out here alive. She'll kind of blink around and try and clear out this bottom lane wave. 20 talent here, and Zul's going to go for the upgrade onto Poison Nova. Ancestral's healing with the Farseer's Blessing, and with 4 dead on the enemy side and Li Ming unable to clear things out in the bottom, this is going to be a easy grab onto the mid lane bell tower. Maybe they rush to top lane as well. Yeah, Joanna holds bottom, trying to force in the sappers. Rhaegar actually hearthed out completely. It still is an average of 15 seconds or so for 4 players on the side of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers. And as I said, Hardstuck support group, what was looking like a rough beginning for them, this has just been an absolute flip of the coin, if you will, as 6 shots go into their core, 12 to actually make it 7 shots with a sapper over the wall. Li Ming is trying to poke at the bottom lane fort. Joanna looks like she's doubling back for a well tap. How many shots can we get from the barrage? 1's guaranteed right now. Joanna rushes in, just playing it safe. She doesn't want to get... Oh, okay, they're going to play this respectively. So 2 shots will make it in, plus boss, and that's going to be taking the enemy core HP down to 5. I don't know why I said that's so weird. Sonya doing her best just to slam through this mid lane tower. Next objective phase is top left and right, and with the current hold of bell towers, Hardstuck support group might just be able to end it on this next objective phasing. They only need 1. And actually, sorry, I just pulled away talents. I want to see the level 10s from the members of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers as well. Peck Instincts, Crater for the Sonya, Wave of Force Repulsion upgrade. Avalanche upgrade as well. Got to be careful about the Sonya leap in. And the repulsion moving people around as well. Just win. Yeah, exactly, Kalis. Just win. Zul with his Scythe build here. Able to quickly clear out some sappers for bottom. But I don't think that's the priority. Realistically, Hardstuck support group just needs to focus in on the top right bell tower. They still haven't managed to finish out Headhunter, which isn't, there's no flame to Omar. Omar's been stacking pretty good here. Currently at 208 stacks. Still going for the channel. They gotta step past into this. They just can't do it. The Poison Nova comes out and no, oh, Mei is able to get past and does get 1 interrupt. Temporal loop into Sonya. Leap in from her. There's an avalanche from Mei, the Falling Sword from Joanna, the Devouring Maw from Zagara, everything being thrown out there, and Brightwing Sonya do fall. We've got a Mei on the right side of our screen, pops the Cryo Freeze. Did she go for the upgrade? Nah, it's that upgrade. Oh, the Earthgrass Totem wasn't enough, but Rhaegar still gets the bite on the butt. Zul'jin gets his final stack. He pops the Tostitos. A
team kill!
Pentakill.
And that'll be map number 1 going over to the side of Hardstuck Support Group. They really roll things back on Towers of Doom mid-game into late. GG, well played. Ah ha 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 ha, butt. Alright, Buttspot, you're doing your best. Alright, talents. Choose the outcome. The Zul'jin had more than 200 stacks. See, the last time we checked was 208, so the payout's been made. Congratulations to the believers. What's up, Dark Duke? Happy Thursday to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. As a reminder, chat, and I know you're hearing this a lot, and I do apologize, but it is September. We do like to try and push for these things. We are 12 subs away from our September subathon, so if you'd like to push for that, it's always much appreciated. We are 12 subs away from that goal. Alright, next map will be Alterac Pass. Let's update our scores. Ads are okay for the time being. Ah. And as job security. See, Kalis, that, like, I say that all the time. I love full-time streaming. All I want to do is full-time streaming. It's just, I gotta figure out a way just to I gotta figure out a way to get this stream to pop off. I gotta figure out a way for the stream to pop off, because Heroes casting days do okay. Heroes ranked games do okay. StarCraft days don't pull in the viewership. Randomizer days don't pull in the viewership. I mean, there's the good core audience, but we gotta figure out a way to really build up our core even further. That's the big thing. That's really what we gotta do. And how we do that, I don't know. How we do that, I don't know. That is the one thing I don't know the answer to. Alterac Pass will be our next map. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure I turn that back on. Otherwise, how y'all doing today? Sorry, I'm just checking something for a little Twitch gamble. Hope you're all having a fantastic Thursday. Appreciate you being here and hanging out here. Sorry, we're looking at level 1s and stuff. Let's do a Falstad questing. We just gotta figure out what Falstad quest he's going into. I see. I'm assuming he's gonna go Gathering Storm for a map. Oh, I mean, auto attack. Okay, so it's Gathering Storm. Okay. It will be Gathering Storm. All right, give me a second here, chat. Get ourselves set up. Okay. Maybe we can pop off when we can play / cast Stormgate. I hope so too, Kalis, but I also have to be able to pay my bills until that game releases. I have to make it to that point. That's the thing. I gotta make it to that point. Those kind of strategy questions are super interesting to me, even though it's really stressful for you. Oh, it's stressful because I don't know the answer, and I don't know how to figure out the answer. How many Q stacks for Falstad? I do my best to be entertaining and fun, but like I understand that like me bitching and moaning about like not being able to afford stuff is not entertaining, but that's just the reality of it. 69 or more. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and just smile and be like, it's fine, it's great, it's all good. Oh my god, it's just great. I'm not gonna smile through the pain. We're gonna be honest. We're not gonna bullshit our Twitch chat. All right, let's get into our next game. Welcome back, everyone, into Alterac Pass, map number 2 in our 4th best of 3 of the day. On the left-hand side, we have got Gall Rescue Rangers, who have accidentally not drafted another Gall. Fading on the Lucio, Tazik to play Tychus, Hebrew Hammer on the Anubrak, Emsky on Imperius, Stabby Daddy. And we got Frank on the Falstad. That'll be your gamble, by the way, the Gathering Storm. But we'll talk about that in a second, because we've got Random Engineer for Hard Stuck Support Group to play Joanna, Sly on the Rhaegar, Smack Loud once again on Zool, Dawn on Chromie, and Omar once again also on Zool Gym, but a different level 1. That's not what matters. What matters is how many Q stacks for Falstad. 69 or more, 68 or less. Just start an only knees. I'm not attractive enough. No one wants to see a bald ginger. It's true though. Not hot enough for OnlyFans. We got a Zul'jin 1v1ing the Tychus a bit on the lower side of our screen. And looks like Omar took a bit of damage, but was trying to get some easy stackage on the level 1. Or excuse me, on the baseline with the level 1. No matter how weird you think it is, someone out there wants to see it for everything. Yeah, I still don't think so. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think so. I just don't think so. That's also because I got no self-confidence and belief in myself. But, you know, that's just depression in a nutshell. 11 stacks early on for Falstad. Nicely done if anyone believes in him. Oh, we have, like, no Twitch predictors. That's sad. Oh, well. Solarian Flare upgrade at level 1, Consuming Flame. It's not super crazy it's not, like, bad or by any means. It's just not the most common one. It's usually the percent or the stab. This is just gonna, I believe this is just gonna give a little bit extra clear onto the, a little extra wave clear for Imperius up against the Zul'jin as well. Oh, I knew I would forget to do that. Thanks. I literally was like, oh, I need to make sure I turn the sound back on, and I forgot. Thanks. Good call. You're all in. Thanks, Kalis. I appreciate it. My mod who can't legally bet. Thanks, Walking Donut. Good catch, bud. Alrighty, so back in bottom lane, it is Time Troubles for Chromie, if I'm not mistaken, at level 2, level 4. So she'll have armor debuff to enemies by 15, armor buff to allies by 30. Earth Living Enchantment for the Rhaegar. We got Hold Your Ground for the Joanna. Hey, we got the Wall Ride cooldown reduction on the push-off. I'd like to see heavy casters at 13 for our Lucio player. It's just very synergistic with the Supersonic. While Wall Ride is active, push-off cooldown recharges 100% faster, so more wall riding, more push-offs, more... Well, right now you're going to have slows, and then at the level 13, if you go into it, you can get the stun with the heavy casters. I've actually transitioned into heavy casters more often with my Lucio play. I used to be afraid to take heavy casters, but man, it's so rewarding to get that stun. Especially if you play with a Muradin, you can play off the Muradin stuns. Like you can go Stormbolt, and then you heavy caster through them, and then if you time things out right, his Skullcracker level 7 will proc, and you get like a little mini stun on top of all of that. So really, really cool synergies with that heavy caster. I just love Lucio utility. All right, mid lane Fort Front Gate will go down, and Nubarak to fall. It's 1-0 in kills, favoring Hard Stuck Support Group in our second map of our fourth best of 3. I missed the rest of the previous match. I hope it went well for Gall, CM, Daybreak. It did. It did. It was good for both sides. It was a really good game in general. I like your Stukov play, Rackham. It's the one thing I wanted to compliment. 29 stacks for Falstad. I did not think he was going to be at 29 stacks 3 minutes and 50 seconds in. Hots Finland, thank you for the raid. We'll resend your alert when we get out of game. Appreciate you thinking of me, bringing your friends over here. What's up, Turbo? What's up, everybody? Salkuju? That's how you properly say your name, I know it. Hot Sweden? I think that's someone else. I think that's Lauber. Oh no, he's Hot's Canada now, right? Because he moved to Canada. Anyways, thank you all for joining. We're doing some NGS casting. My name's Bahamut. If you're not following, please follow, etc. We stream 6 days a week. We do a lot of Heroes commentary. We do StarCraft. We do randomizers. Okay. Level 10s are almost here. We got a boombox. Hey, this is like my build Lucio. I love this. And if someone's like, boombox is a troll talent, no, it's not. It's a great talent. It's a great talent. If you think boombox is a troll talent, you don't pick boombox enough. We'll cycle through the other numbers, wait for the 10s to pop up at the top of the screen underneath the hero profiles. Meanwhile, I mean, Falstad's just split soaking and getting so much free siege. You don't speak Finnish? I mean, I pretend like I'm an okay Heroes of Stormcaster. Oh, Anubarak, you've made a massive mistake. Hebrew Hammer is going to be going down to Zul. Tries to burrow in, looking for a big burrow charge stun. Only gets the one and then goes for the Impale, and it's just not enough. A root onto Imperius, and he shall fall as well. A double kill over to the side of Hardstuck support group, and they will be leading with a 3-0. 10 talent tier here. Poison Nova, Slowing Sands we already saw. The Tostitos for Zul Jin, Falling Sword Joanna, and Rhaegar. I assume it will be Ancestor Healing, and it is. You are a pretender, as they say in the song or something like that? Sure. Commandeer Odin activated by Tychus in the bush is going to be trying to look for some annihilation and some big old damage. Tostingo will be used by Zul Jin. Rhaegar goes down before the Ancestor Healing connects. That's why you see it on a few second cooldown. Random Engineer shall fall to the Lucio. He's got the sustained damage. Falstad goes for the short distance flight and does confirm the kill with Lucio, but it is Lucio to get the
double kill.
Triple kill overall for the members of Gall Rescue Rangers. And now in the top lane, Imperius will make his rotation up here. Going to try and push back the wave. Chromie's come up here as well. Poison Nova. Emsky runs in a straight line, takes 3 Sand Blasts to the toes. Imperius may be going to the beach very soon, but he does tap well for the time being. Celestial Charge, Slowing Sands to answer. There's a root from Zul. The empowerment of the objective phase is here, and Chromie gets that last auto attack. Nicely done with a proper greeting. Cocoon into Rhaegar. Smackloud is going to drop a root onto Lucio, is able to back away. And this top lane fort is below 50%, but I don't think they're going to get a full destruction onto that. Falstad able to clear bottom. Mid was already cleared out by the rest of the allies. Imperius will respawn just now, and he's going to work his way towards bottom lane. Actually might be going for the camp for mid lane. As Falstad's going to float up here. He's going to go for a flank gust. No. I thought he was making the rotation into this little bush area, but not the case whatsoever. Over on the right-hand side, it's a null pack. There was the Imperius, as I mentioned. He's got that Holy Fervor level 7, which gives him a little bit of cleave value into waves and camps like this. So he'll be fine to grab that. Omar and Slide do the same thing on the right. 14 stacks for our Zul Jin currently, and the Falstad hanging around 48 stacks on his Gathering Storm level 1. High 5 Lucio. Okay, Angelic Armament. Didn't talk about some of these heroics. I'm just skimming through them once again. Hebrew Hammer getting chased down here. If there was a Blessed Shield from Joanna, they might have been able to get a kill. Maybe a little Blessed Shield lockdown could have been it, but either way. Commandeer Odin is going to be summoned in mid lane. That forces back the enemy. 13 talent tier is not here just yet. For Hardstuck support group, they're going to do their best to kind of poke at these waves from the fort front gate as the Annihilation and, oh god, I'm blanking on the 2 names. Annihilation and the Ragnarok missiles? Yeah, oh well, we lose it, okay. Right, the Ragnarok missile becomes the big red button at level 20. That's the thing that I'm always confusing. Zul Jin, he is going to go... I have Zul Jin at 13, okay. You always go for Lucio reverse amp to try and make kills. Just auto attack them to death. Just shoot them with your little pew pew pew, your triple attack until they go to 0. It is heavy casters for Lucio, by the way. Omar does have to use Tostingo to back away. The Cocoon into Chromie. And the Poison Nova activated by Zool to get a lot of value. Lucio so very low. Is there enough damage over time onto Lucio? Can he heal through the pain? He's trying to high five to targets to amplify his own HP. The damage over time from Zul'jin, it's proccing, but it doesn't get the last tick necessary to take down Fading. And it is no kill in the mid lane. A lot of really good poke potential. Speaking of poke, Falstad at 62 stacks. Anub'arak burrows in the cleanse onto Omar. That was the Voodoo Shuffle you saw activated. And then you also had the cleanse from Slide to get rid of the stun, because the Voodoo Ritual, the Voodoo Shuffle is only activate roots and slows. And I don't believe there was any roots or there was slows maybe on him. Either way, Imperius goes back into the top lane. 3 to 4 in kills. We got a camp over here on the right-hand side to be grabbed. Overkill at level 13 for Tychus. Looking for the spray and pray. Maybe we'll see another upgrade on the overkill at level 16 as well. Okay, second objective phase is up. We know it's second because there are 3 defenders around the objective area, but also 40 seconds of channel time. Null Pack in mid lane, slowly being walked in right now. Overkill into the minion wave to try and just AoE clear some of the minions as well. Commandeer Odin once again to be summoned. And this Odin is a lot of just wave clear. Now they're going to try and thrust her forward. Look for some counter siege. Annihilation gets that line shot. Commandeer Odin, by the way, ranges structures. It's a 13 range if I remember correctly. But you still don't want to just step in too far and potentially get burned down while you have a slight advantage. And oopsie, sorry, I thought I had the wrong thing. That is going to be 16 talent tier to the side of Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers. Oh, we'll actually see Crippling Hammer at level 16 for Frank right now. It's going to have the increased slow. Believers can rejoice as they do get 76 stacks currently on Falstad, so he's gone way past what I anticipated. Honestly didn't know what to anticipate, period. Hebrew Hammer looks for the burrow, gets the body block positioning onto Random Engineer, and the Falling Sword is going to be forced out. Poison Nova from Zool is going to be put on a 10-second cooldown. SmackLoud trying to back away. He's just trying to slice and dice with that blue build. A root onto Lucio as another hammering comes out. SmackLoud gets a Poison Nova, but that's more of a zoning tool than anything else. Chromie, Time Walker's Pursuit level 1 to scout out the enemy on the left-hand side. Random Engineer looking to step in. Falstad in a bit of a flank position, poking him with some hammerings. Gust is down for the next 30 seconds. Bottom lane is a decent wave. Zool catches top soak. So, Random Engineer trying to back away. No Falling Sword for another 5 seconds. Omar Tostingo is up and available if needed. Doesn't seem like it will be forced out by our Zul'jin player. Random Engineer to Hearth out just by the fort. Bottom lane, it's decently pushed. What healer do you like best? It's a toss between Deckard and Lucio. A definite toss-up between those two. I find them very fun to play. Deckard Cain, like, oh man, Deckard Cain can be so much fun. Especially with Stone of Scroll Curse at 16, if you're landing some of those big multi-hits. Oh, it's just disgusting. Deliciously disgusting. Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers trying to go for the channel here. They've got 7 seconds left. That will be an Angelic Armament looking for a snipe. Joanna pops the Iron Skin. A lot of that's going to be chunked in. Forced to use the Falling Sword. She would have lived either way, but that's going to be another Hearth out from the Joanna. Meanwhile, in top lane, a wave is encroaching onto the keep front gate, but this is those Blue Alliance, the Blue Alliance Cavalry coming out from Vandar Stormpike into Drekthar's side of the map. And we got a level lead or so for Cho'Gall Rescue Rangers. Alright, so camp in mid, or wave in mid, objective in mid, cleared away. Top lane Imperius pushing onto the fort front gate, Falstad in bottom. Gonna barrel roll away from Zul's Spectral Scythe. Dawn in top, clear things out with Omar. Mid lane forward is now open. Joanna pops the Iron Skin. I think she's trying to take a hit or two so the tower shots go onto an enemy hero, cycling them back. And actually, I think there might have been a save onto the mid lane fort with all of that. Zul was unable to save the bottom, as Falstead does take that down. Hard stuck support group holding in place for the time being. Boss trade. Boss trade. Chromie showing in top. So they don't really know. Well, we know, though. No boss trade, no pack in the mid lane for the side of Hardstuck support group. We've got Gall Rescue Rangers pushing a boss in through bot. Actually, they grab a boss for bottom lane. And with so many of the enemies showing in mid, will this be a double boss play, or is it going to be a deny on the rotation? No, they're just going to clear out mid. They're going to, yeah, Falstead's already flying to top lane as well. So they'll look for the double boss play off of all of this. And Nubrek's already making his way up there as well. And it makes complete sense. It makes complete sense here for the side of Gall Rescue Rangers. All right, boss and bottom is about to be cleared out. Percent healing for Lucio at 16. Mid lane will be grabbed by Imperius, and it's going to push into level 20s. Seems like the priority is going to be the null pack for Emski. Excuse me. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, with the boss being grabbed on the opposing side for top, SmackLoud and the rest say the best thing we can do is go ahead and try and take down a fort in bottom lane, at least get the periodic Reaver minions to match. And right now the map is in parity. It's 4 structures up on both sides, 4 kills on both sides. The big thing to note is the 20 talent tier difference. That advantage will be over on the side of Gall Rescue Rangers. Wind Tunnel, we'll see the brand of Solarian for Imperius. Rewind on a Nubarak. Tychus is going to go for Can Do This All Day, reduce the cooldown of Overkill. Reduce Overkill's cooldown by 5 seconds while channeling Overkill. Tychus gains 40 armor. And no mixing fire at level 20 for Lucio. Gonna go House Party. Each ally affected by Crossfade, Lucio gains 8% increased healing. Mid fort will go down, and seems like the members of Gall Rescue Rangers are rallying to take us to a map number 3 in this 4th best of 3. Is it possible? Is it plausible? We're gonna find out. They shall start this objective. Nice pull onto the Jailers over to the right-hand side, so Emski gets a quick channel. Zul soaking up top lane quickly. Bosses will be up in anywhere from 3 to 3.5 minutes at this point. There's Reaver minion with 50 armor, tanks a lot of damage, so the bottom lane gets pushed up a bit. Falstad to fly in. Mention he's got Wind Tunnel level 20. Every heroic is off cooldown. Upgrade on Poison Nova for the Zul, as well as upgrade for Falling Sword on Joanna. The Cocoon onto Rhaegar. And Nubrak has the Rewind active and is able to get the Zul Jin before Tostingo is active. The Poison Nova from Zul is pretty big. The Ancestor Healing gets the double hit onto Sly. Falling Sword into this. Tychus does confirm the kill. Lucio trying to high-five around. Damage over time is a lot, but the Amplified Healing is enough to keep him alive. The channel on the objective will expire and held at 19 seconds to go. Lucio with a push-off, and now Hardstuck support group, who have traded kills, Zul Jin for Tychus, are still chasing in. Hebrew Hammer might be the one to be bopped, but it will actually be the Imperius to fall. Random Engineer gets the channel. The pull onto the Jailers are active, or the Jailers are pulled to the sides. The channel can become active. And an invade onto the camp for the mid lane. Can the side of Hardstuck support group grab this? They've got their own 20s as well at this time. Hebrew Hammer burrows onto the camp and is going to get hit with a Bone Prism of SmackLoud. The objective will be stalled out by the Jailers. Looks like Joanna did step away, trying to help out with potential steal for the Snowpack, as well as maybe looking for a staggered kill onto an enemy hero. As Tychus will be respawning in 1 second, Imperius up in 20. Indeed, W-Build Zool does do pretty good here. The wind tunnel into the wall from Falstad. Frank gets a beautiful setup. The Poison Nova from Zool is the answer, though. And Lucio has to speed away. Falstad falls. The cocoon onto Rhaegar, but it's Hebrew Hammer once again to get picked off. Toss Dingo popped immediately after the cocoon. Random Engineer gets the channel. Commandeer Odin will be activated. Doesn't get the Annihilation interrupt in time. Tazik is getting low, will fall. Omar gets the Ancestor healing. Falling Sword from Joanna with the Lightning Fury as well. And they're just chasing this down. The objective goes over to the side of Hardstuck support group. And they're going to find no extra kill into Emski. Totem down on the ground. Angelic Armament from Imperius attempting to get a little bit of a snipe onto the enemy, but it doesn't work out. Looks like we got pings to the top lane. 118 stacks for the Falstad right now. He's got great damage with that heroic. Sorry, with that level 1 scaling. My apologies. Now we have objective arriving in through top lane. We'll see how much push potential this can achieve. In mid, we have this as well. Bottom lane is fairly far back. Top lane keeps already gone down. 10 seconds on the Tychus to respawn. The priority will be into the top lane objective pushing. Mid going down rapidly here. Tychus now respawning. 2 keeps a fall in. The cavalry through top is cleared out. The cavalry in bottom about to arrive. Wind tunnel pushes back the enemy. Falling Sword from Joanna. Cocoon into Zul'jin as well. Crummy goes to take this out as quickly as possible. A root into a Nubarak as well. Big Poison Nova from Zul. Smackloud healing up from that with a level 20 upgrade. Fading so much damage over time applied to the Lucio. He's going to try and amp things up and keep the healing going on himself, as well as some allies around, and a Nubarak to get picked off. The Commandeer Odin's just not going to be enough. And Hardstuck support group, I can't believe it. They win this out in a 2-0. Thought we were heading to a map number 3. Thanks for the cast. Hey, my pleasure, bud. As a reminder, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to drop a follow. If you'd like to support the stream further, it's always much appreciated. This is September as well. You can get a discount on multi-months of subs. You can use your Prime for free. You gift a sub. There are going to be cheaper gifted subs towards the end of the month. We are hopefully going to have a subathon then. We are pretty close to our subathon goal. We're 12 subs away. If you'd like to push that up